Pete'sTools.com.
G'day, how are we today, guys? Great to see you. Hey, you know, with your plasma cutting or your welding or something in your workshop and you've got a piece of rusty steel and you've got to clean it off before you can do anything with it, even like the plasma cutter or whatever, or even if you're making some DIY wooden projects or something, you know, and you want to sand it down and get a little varnish finish on it or whatever you're doing, and you need a really good sander to do it. A quick sander, that's what I found anyway. I used to use one of these, right, but now I use one of these. Awesome air sanders, man. It was the best thing I ever bought, really. Anyway, guys, same as usual, you like my video, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, and I'll show you what this little puppy can do. Yeah! One of my pet hates, guys, was when you come to do something with the steel, you want to weld it, or you want to plasma cut it, or you want to do something with it, that you have to clean the bloody rust off it before you even start, because even after this, the finished job, you can't paint this, because it's going to look awfully, really ratchet, really, isn't it? So I used to use one of these sort of sanders, you know. I mean, it's an alright cheap sander, but it used to take forever to do it, and it was a bright pain in the ass. So I thought, yeah, there's got to be a better way to do it. So what I ended up doing, guys, was buying one of these ear sanders, one of these DA sanders. You're saying, what the hell is a DA sander, Pete? Well, a DA sander is dual action sander, and it not only goes this way, if you look at that, I'll hold that up there, it not only goes that way, but it can go this way as well. Can you see that? Can you see that moving around there? I'm holding that still. So in other words, this can spin that direction, and this can also rotate as well. So you're going two ways at once, and it really makes a difference of cutting through rust and even sanding down the weatherboards or something on your house, or sanding down a wooden project for you to paint afterwards. It really makes a huge difference rather than a belt sander or a quarter sheet sander or a third sheet sander. I used to use a third sheet sander for years, and then I went on to that belt sander that I showed you, but now I only use this. I use everything. It's a really awesome little tool, this. I wouldn't be without it, especially cutting the rust off steel and all sorts, and it really cuts through it really quick. I'll give you a demo. Also, guys, this thing spins at over 10,000 revs a minute. I don't know if you can see that on there, but it's going over 10,000 revs a minute, so she's pretty awesome. And yeah, really good tool. Sounds a bit like a racing car when you start it as well, which is also cool, eh? As you can see, guys, this is a pretty rusty hunk of steel. It's pretty ugly to do anything with. Just try and start welding it, or you want to plasma cut it. So yeah, we'll run the sander over it and see what it does, eh? Well, now let's blow that off and see what we're left with, guys. Looks pretty good to me. Back to the original shade of the steel here, and we've got all the rust off it, and it's nice and smooth. So if we want to paint it, or we want to cut it with the plasma cutter, or whatever we want to do, we can do that. Yeah, I'll just zoom in, guys, and show you. See that? It's a lot better, eh? No rust on there at all. It's nice and smooth as a baby's. What's the name? You know how it is. Now I'll show you the same sander on a bit of baked on paint. The stuff that's really hard to get off. And I'll just show you. So here we have a baked on finish, guys. It's a proper shop finish. You know, it's baked onto the steel. So that's really hard to get off. You guys will know that. That's painter's a pain in the bum to get off. It's quite thick. You can see it. See how thick it is? So that's quite pain to get off. So we'll try the old Mr. Air Sander, the DA sander on him, and see how we go. And the advantage of these discs is too, they're on Velcro like that, so you just get all your sand and shit and crap and dust off them, and put them on there, and they can buy them. They're as cheap as chips, you know, cheap as chips, Pete. Everything's got to be good value, otherwise there's not much point doing it. Anyway, guys, let's see if we can do this. As you can see guys, we're left with a whole film and stuff on here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It really knocks the paint down there, if you can see that. It's, yeah, see all the dust? See that guys, it would only be a matter of a couple of minutes, you'd have the whole thing cleared up. You could paint it or whatever you want to do with it. So it even takes the baked on paint off, and it's really, really good for wood as well. Quite surprising really. So we just did a quick demo on a lump of wood guys, just to show you that it works on wood as well. It's really, really good, these sanders, I love them. See how quick they knocked that down? Look at that guys. Pretty good. Not too bad at all, not too shabby actually. So guys, that's just another one of my many tools I have in my workshop that I use daily. If you're looking for a sander to sand down your rusty crappy metal, or you're going to sand down your house or anything like that, just bear in mind one of these things. They're really, really cool. Anyway guys, if you want to know more about this, I'll put some links down below if you want to go and check out the prices of them. I don't know how expensive they are. They're about $100 or $80 or something like that. Anyway, if you like my channel, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, and see you next time.
Pete'sTools.com